Namaste, Angel. This is going to be a 1 hour client reading for one of my original viewers, subscribers, Facebook friends back from 2016 when I started. Actually, we're friends on both of my pages, my Queen of Swords page and my Mariama page, which I'm rarely on. But at the time, you know, I was still very much Mariama in my public and private life. And so I was on that page more often, and welcome people to add me there too. So that's how long that say all that to say. She's in Aries, and she had believed a man who is a Cancer sun to be her divine masculine. It still does, I think. Although she's met somebody else and she's like over this guy, the divine masculine. She's over him and she's met somebody else. But when I was shuffling for her, and this was like the universe, I guess, telling me to hold off for a second. I was shuffling for her and I got like a frantic call from another client, and then I ended up going into the posting like the general reading, and then the love reading didn't get posted when I wanted to because I was working with this client, and I just got like behind, but not late. Her reading is due this week. I planned and would have given it to her yesterday though. In any case, it was good, at least in part, that I hadn't when I initially planned to, because I ended up speaking to her via email. She's like, "Oh, are you doing my reading today?" And I said, "Yeah, I sure am." It's funny because I already shuffled your cards. There's a lot of Cancer. At this time, I didn't know yet that she, I knew that she wasn't really interested in the other guy, but I didn't know to the extent that she was over him. Because actually she bought a cleanse about 2 weeks ago. And the cleanse tends to make, the divine masculine come back when you're in separation and stuff. So he came back and she's like, what if he comes back and you don't want him anymore? I was hysterical. I even shared it on Divine Girl Talk to see what other people would have to say. But she kind of meant it, but it was in jest too. So, in speaking to her again last night before actually doing the reading, although I had shuffled her cards already, I was saying, there's a lot of Cancer, and I know that she was kind of done with him, and she's like, oh no. But then she found out also just recently that the guy that she's seeing, who's an Aries sun like herself, I guess, is like a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising or something. So hopefully that the Cancer that I saw, it applies to the new guy. But I am still going to do a little peek to see like what's happening with the other guy. This is a quick peek. We're going to begin with fear in general. And I think actually this might be her fear, to be honest with you. And probably fear because like, oh no, like this guy's coming back. I don't want that one anymore. I want this one. I want this to work out. So we get nervous and stuff like that. Oh, but look, right away, Sacred Union. Not sure who to whom that applies yet, but there it is. Sacred Union. And Gateway. So a new beginning with somebody that makes it seem like it's the new gentleman, new phase in her life, new doorway through which she's walking, and boom, soulmate. Soulmate. Got some blue and yellow cards here. 2 of them that sort of fell out here. This one very much represents, yes, water signs, but more so than that, air, and particularly Aquarius. It is about communication, and listening is part of that. Listening to the guidance and messages that you receive from the universe. And if you look at this woman, her eyes are closed. She's like really in a thinking place. I think she's trying to listen to, she's trying to be still in this moment to hear the guidance that she's supposed to take. And I would think it might be in relation to a soulmate relationship, and that you need to do the same. Maybe outside. Here's more of this Aquarius energy. Not sure who the Aquarius is. I think she's got some air, but Gemini, if I recall correctly, I'm not sure what it was, like moon or rising or what it was, or even if that's correct. I think, if I remember correctly, I think she's got some Gemini. Anyway, this is air and earth coming together. I saw a lot of earth too, particularly Capricorn. So not sure who that is. It could just be reflective of like being feeling stuck, toxicity maybe. There is some addiction stuff like with the divine masculine. He's connected to somebody, a third party, you know, party of three, where there is some substance abuse there. So that could be what that was about too. The Capricorn energy or Saturn or like, you know, the quote unquote devil from the tarot. But this is similar to the others, to the reflection and to the listening, in that there's, you know, there's a need to spend some time with Mother Nature. This card can be just representative of Venus herself too, who is a ruler of both Gemini and Libra as it relates to air, and Taurus as it relates to this earth here. Uranus actually leaves Taurus this week that I'm doing the reading and enters Aries. So that could, where she is. So that could be what this is. This could be Uranus entering her sign, actually. Reflection and embrace. This embrace card, it's being, you know, it's helping you to become restored back to wholeness, to oneness with the universe, with yourself, balance. It's very temperance-like for me when I pick up the card, or, you know, I can feel the very strong healing energy. It looks like a couple in a very loving hug. It really is intended to be one person's inner masculine and feminine coming together in a harmonious way. And don't we all wish that our inner masculine and feminine can come together like this? Reflection. Overall energy is answered prayer, more air, but also water coming through. But more importantly, answered prayer, right? Our dreams coming true, our wishes being granted, things that we have asked the universe for to help us with actually being manifested and becoming more tangible. So I'll do a spread, like I said, real quick on the Cancer. And what, because she said, well, I'm done with him. I said, I don't know if I feel like he's done with you. Let's just take a peek so she can be aware. All right, so this is her energy in relation to her situation with the Cancer. Celebration, maybe flying away from him, celebration, leaving. And rebirth, this card is very much of like death and rebirth, so an end of an old situation, likely, you know, all kidding and jokes aside, and the beginning of a new one, you know, her new phase, her new life without him. But him in relation to her, sorrow. So this could be like just wanting to find closure because he knows that he has wronged her. And he's like seeking forgiveness and to express sorrow. He has wronged her. That much I know. Because he actually, the third party, she's aware that he had, like, you know, ended his relationship with her to go off with somebody else. So that was, you know, not cool, of course. There that is. In relation to himself and you know, with her physical body. So him trying to go through healing and rejuvenation and, you know, newness too, and to like step deeper into the light and the higher vibration, more warmth, positivity. wanting to be near this fire sign too, right? This card brings out definitely the fire signs. Again, she's an Aries. And maybe also literally physical healing. I don't know that he is involved with any substances, you know, like I said, he's close to it with that third party situation. So that there may be some of that too, that he is going through a phase of cleansing himself too, and of sobriety perhaps. And that could be another reason why the physical body is coming through right now, because I do feel like healing something. And their connection as a whole, his feelings about that. He thinks that there's a new start available, possible, or at least he's hoping so. It is kind of funny. We begin and end this row here with these like Pentecostal doves and the death and rebirth. Overall, the temperance, that healing energy that's needed. This could be alone what I was feeling here maybe. But this could be attached to his individual healing and his wanting to heal his relationship, or at least friendship at a minimum, with her. And what would he have her do? I'm feeling he wants her to, he might be interested in getting back together with her, but let's just see what would he have her do. Healing sounds. It's like to listen and give him a chance. Here's all his water. He's got something to pour out. Right? He's got to pour out his feelings. Hear me out. Let me pour this. That's his water, his cancer coming out. It's crossing the sorrow. So that's what he wants to drown her in his sorrow, basically. What is he himself willing to do toward this connection, and maybe walk away from it if it's emergence? So it's more this wanting to come back to life and aiming toward the light and a higher vibration, and healing himself. So there's some effort that he wants to put in. What does the universe say about this union? What would it have it do? Message from afar. It's saying listen to the guidance. Basically, it's not telling me exactly anything specific, but definitely there is guidance, and maybe they are to have some sort of conversation and close something out. This could be a long distance, not necessarily long distance, but people that are at a distance, people, conversation too. But I definitely feel more so guidance from the universe as to how to move forward. So I would say individually, and it's toward their healing, one person's inner masculine and feminine coming together in a harmonious way. And the outcome here, guardian. So like it's a single person, it's not a couple. And definitely like the fire energy and her energy here, she is alone, this female, but not alone. It's just not coupled. So I think the universe is like giving its blessing of, if you want to be done, it can be done. But there's, it wants to talk to you directly too. To the two of you. Can be done, but I think you do have to. You don't have to speak necessarily in order to give that closure, but like each person does need to have a final, I guess like resolve, where you're sure you're at peace with it. So maybe each of you talking to the universe on your own. Let me give these a little bit of a, what in the world? Did you see that? The sacred union again. I guess it's saying I don't have to do it for the other gentleman. It's already telling me. Here's the sacred union again. Okay, that was interesting. I'm going to give these a little shuffle. Here's the reflection again. These are your cards for sure. There's your gateway again. How funny is that? Your new beginning. It's like I showed you this stuff already. You do need to let go of expectancy. And that might be the fear that I was feeling before. Like if you're expecting something to go wrong, it will. You're expecting things to be a particular way. You could block the way that they're meant to be. Soulmate again. Just like, you know, release that fear and surrender. Balance. This is another very temperance-like card. And a lot of air and water. But again, temperance represents the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot. So it could just be Jupiter coming through with, you know, some growth. Jupiter, the planet of growth and expansion, helping you to move forward. Also the planet of karma. So that very much involved also. Here are the blessings that I don't want you to block. Soulmate relationship being one of them. And the Goddess. So this is about the surrender that I was just talking about. Letting go, letting God, as they say, allowing the universe to guide you, taking those messages from afar and then following that through and not like worrying about any of it at all. Overall energy is Guardian. Here you are again, starting out, you know, I know you're in this relationship, but as it relates to, I guess, the couplings, or maybe separate and apart from here you are alone, right? Facing life, your new path and all of that stuff. Just where we ended off on the last spread. So here we go again. This card representing you and your Aries, your Aries, as it relates to you. Him about himself and your union together as a whole. Overall, what he would have you to contribute, do, surrender toward your union, what he himself is willing to hear, what the universe would have the two of you do and would love to help you to do, will fully support you in doing, but you have to affirm to do it and the outcome. And your card is relationship. When this card shows up, it's like if we're concerned about our relationships with other people and, you know, maybe being a little bit controlling over them and because we're worried and possibly blocking our blessings, what we need to is to address the relationship that we have with ourselves. But I don't feel that you're not doing that. As a matter of fact, I do feel that you are doing that. I just know already from what you've done with me, again, this reading and the healing of work that you've done, that is working on yourself. So I don't know what else you're doing, but I believe you're on top of this. I believe you're on top of this. The masculine as it relates to you. Oh, fear. He's the one with the fear. He's the one with the fear. I still feel you got some too. And I think that's why this relationship card came up. Maybe because there's only one fear card in the deck. So it's like, well, let's give her that one and we'll give him the fear next to it. Yeah, I think you both have got some of that. And it's probably the same reason in both cases because of some past situation that wasn't so great. You know, so when you do meet somebody that is, you know, great to you and for you, you're afraid to lose. Like, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to see it go left like that other thing did. I thought that last one was great and look how that turned out. You know, so you really just got to shake off all that stuff. Just let it go. Let it go. And, you know, if you feel you need more healing of any, you know, whether it's with me or something, like maybe you need a massage. Maybe you need, you know, just to spend a day, you know, by yourself or with your girlfriends, having fun, laughing. Maybe you need to go down to the bar. You know, that could be therapeutic. I think you get the idea. There's all different kinds of ways to work on our relationship with ourselves and with others close to us and to heal. And there's no like limit to the amount of times that we can attempt to heal. You know, you don't, if you're going to the doctor, And, you know, like you go to the doctor and he gives you something and it eases whatever it is you're feeling, but you know, you start to feel another symptom later. You're not like precluded from going to the doctor again and getting, you know, some more treatment. That's okay. That's okay. The masculine about himself here, abundance. So he too needing to spend some time with Mother Nature, and he's working on this manifest. He definitely has something that he wants to manifest, and that could include you. This is abundance in all forms, and you see the love here is included in that. So it's definitely love, financial gains, material, working on all of those things. He may have some earth in his chart. That may be in part why the earth keeps showing up. The union as a whole. Forgiveness here too. Interesting. I mean, not that every relationship and, you know, couple, even friends and familial doesn't have room for apologies and forgiveness always. I'm just surprised to see it. And I think it's more so attached again to the fear and to maybe some past situations. So I think who you each need to forgive is perhaps yourselves first and foremost. Like you did nothing wrong, like release any guilt feelings, resentment, regret, those kind of feelings like I wasted my time and stuff, like let all that go too. Overall, reflection. This is going to help you to do that. You're going to look back on your life and say like, oh, okay, I learned this from that, you know, and ooh, I'm still holding on to this. Better drop that. Look around at your present. You know, I'm kind of happy with what I have and who I've become and where I'm going. But I've got some plans and goals. So then you look forward, and what are those? And what do I need to achieve those? What I need to take with me? What am I still carrying that is probably not conducive to those things and moving forward? And I got to let it go. You know, that's what the reflection is going to be about. What the masculine would have you do toward the union, tantric union. So even like when you're not together necessarily physically, there's the connection remaining, and, you know, communication in, you know, 5D, as they say, telepathy, dreams, all of that, you know, and it's something definitely that's connected to higher love, very Piscean, very Neptune, definitely. We didn't see anything sexy in the other spread. What he himself is willing to, divine guidance. So good. This is surrender also. Anytime you see like the moon and stuff, the moon is representative of, yes, the sign of Pisces or water signs in the tarot. Cancer can be attached to it too, because the actual moon, Earth's moon, rules the sign of Cancer actually. But this is about surrender. And when you see this, you know, the infinity symbol, when you see an 8, that's connected to karma and karmic energy. And this one here being red, it's so Jupiter to me. But, you know, when it's turned on its side, that's an infinity symbol. And that's letting you know that this guidance is available always and forever. And it doesn't run out. Just like I was saying, you don't run out of chances or opportunities to go and seek treatment or to treat or heal yourself. You can do that yourself as many times as you want to also. You don't run out of time. You don't run out of times and opportunities to go to the universe for help or go to God for help either. What the universe would have the two of you do and would love to help you with, boom, soulmate. So yeah, you just have to affirm and commit to, you know, you understand on what path you are, and who you are in relation to one another, and you're down for it, and you're ready to go. But you know you need some help. You know you're trying to, you know, alleviate some fear because you don't want to mess it up. And universe, please help me. That's it. That's it. And the outcome. Oh, outcome is love. How cute is that? I'm so happy for you. So that was connecting to the masculine higher self. This is more of a general energy of the universe, what it wants to come through and show me through this deck, beginning with fair male, which is one of the cards that represents like the sign of Capricorn or Saturn, or that restrictive energy for me too. Like it's kind of like the devil in the traditional tarot. And opening to Wallflower, which also for me tends to be somebody that is a Gemini, a Scorpio, or a Capricorn, or liken to one of those signs, those kind of traits. Very interesting. And this card is very much about free will. So opposite this, it's like you're feeling stuck. You feel like maybe you have no options or whatever. Whomever this is representative of, and it can be you, it could be him, it could be both. And really, that's not true. And you have free will, and you have a choice that when opportunity knocks, or comes by, you can, get up and dance with it or not. You can continue to sit there. Fair male. Ooh, triangle. This is probably that other guy, because here's the female, right? Considering, am I interested in this? Am I interested in that? And we know the answer to that. But as I, alluded to yesterday and said here, like I felt that maybe his energy was still hanging around, so that he wasn't as done as you were. So I think that's probably what this triangle is representative of. Here's a more positive triangle, family. And this is like very new start too, very Empress-like. So it's like out with this one and in with this, out the old and with the new. Triangle. Well, there's the fair male again, but also soulmate. Triangle, and new love. On that note, I think I'll cut here. And it's mature woman. Surrounded by a lot of red. This is very likely you, right? And your Aries energy coming through. And just the passion of fire and the element of fire, and fire signs coming through here too, even with the red lip. Overall energy is gossip. It can be actual gossip. If you're confronted with any, I do recommend that you stay away from it. Dismiss any gossip. Don't participate. But it can be gossip. People can be talking about you. It can also be representative of like drama, conflict, jealousy. Divine couple there. Recent past, masculine higher self. Near future, blocks. The feminine can do what the masculine can do. Further advice from the universe, and what it wants to help you with. But again, you have to affirm it and the outcome. Divine couple. Gifts. I think this is the two of you continuing to grow spiritually and increase in gifts, and to get stronger, and to be manifesting, like actually coming into stuff. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Not that you've been necessarily giving gifts, like for any particular reason, but like the universe giving you gifts. Like you're manifesting stuff. Better days for yourself. Things going your way. Things going his way. And definitely spiritual growth also. The recent past. Communication, that's always nice. Maybe that increased for you guys, or got better, got more deep, more personal. Maybe something particular was said. There's more red lip here, red hair also. So fire and air coming through in this card. That can be another meaning for it, with you both being Aries, especially because the recent past is also where your ruler, Mars, was located in Aquarius, which is all about not only communication, but of technology via some sort of technical component. So like online stuff and like that, cell phone texting, definitely connected with the sign of Aquarius, where your ruler was in the recent past. So that can be what that is too. Near future. Ooh, this could be Mercury retrograde. Short term, it could be some sort of pause, a delay to something. Could be short term heartache, although I don't necessarily feel that, but like, maybe because of this, right? There could be some sort of conflict, again, drama that comes up. When I picked her up also in the same direction is this brunette female, which is not necessarily an actual person, but can be, but it's more so representative of a Cancer energy, and like a karmic energy. So something, again, like conflict, drama could come up. But this is a very temporary situation. And so, I mean, temporary can be a few minutes. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to be, but be mindful of this energy here. And then maybe you might be able to avoid it, because it doesn't even necessarily feel that strong. But we do have the potential, while Mercury is in Sagittarius, speaking of all the Jupiter and stuff in the red, to just say the wrong thing, and especially while it's retrograde too. But this can also mean delay, which Mercury also controls and rules and can cause as well. So just be mindful of that energy. Masculine's higher self. Long distance. And this, he's like looking ahead, and this is what the ships, he's waiting for his ship to come in and for things to get better for himself, like to continue to improve. It's like you can see some of the waters beginning to still, and then over here, like some of it is still super rocky. It's just looking forward and like at the horizon. He sees the better days on the horizon, which I like. There can be some travel also that he's wanting to take, wanting to do some sort of travel. Blocks here. Past life. Past life. With these two crossing, there can be something, because I'm feeling travel, but I'm wondering, after I started to say it, the reason I said it more than once, because I also started to feel that it might be connected to retrograde and maybe needing to sort of go back in life to handle something, a karmic issue, especially with gossip being your overall energy, and having picked that card up and seeing that brunette female under there. This ship, it does have the 3 sails, could be representative of some sort of party of 3 too, and possibly is connected to this delay or short-term, like pause, air of suspension, limbo kind of period that may come up. But what you can do otherwise in the meantime, have fun. Like I was saying, like spend time with your girlfriend, spend time with him, spend time with whoever, enjoy yourself, treat yourself, work on you too, always. And what can he do? It's more this sort of earth energy and Capricorn energy, and money leads to, or is connected to worth, value. So it could be seeing his own worth, seeing his own value, increasing his confidence where he's feeling like low. We did see the fear come up in relation to him from his own higher self. So that can be the need to work on this fear, ego, feelings of low esteem to, get picked up. Work on himself too. And what the universe would request to guide the two of you to do. This is Ice King. This is taking your own, life by the reins. That'd be nice. By the reins. And, you're in control, but not trying to control and manipulate your life, but you are in control of your life, if that makes sense, right? Like not trying to get in the universe's way and, be a control freak and obsessive and blocking your own blessings, but as opposed to other people sort of dictating what you do, how you do it, when you do it, and preventing you from living in your truth. No, this card is very representative of your ruler, Mars. It's very emperor-like, very Aries. It's also very air sign, and it is called the Ice King. So definitely air sign, Mercury. Oh yeah, Mercury. That's probably why I was feeling with the retrograde too. Another meaning for it. Yeah, so I do feel that this has to do with Mercury and in relation to this here. But yeah, it's still very emperor-like, which is your ruler. This card always for me represents not only the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but also Aries and Scorpio, both ruled by Mars, as well as Leo too. And I think you can see why. It's about being an authority. There may be some business too that he has to attend to involving some sort of authority as well. Authority or government entity, like some sort of bureau or something, some sort of business that has to be handled. That's on his side, not you. Outcome. Mature woman. This is where we started. I like this. I really like this. Oh, isn't this funny? This is more Cancer and more travel potentially. Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot, represents the sign of Cancer. It's a card of victory, right? And achievement. But it's also about travel, modes of transportation, moving, and all of those things in a metaphoric sense too. So it could be, yeah, speaking of travel in a metaphoric way, speaking of moving in a metaphoric way. So like moving forward or all of those things, you get the idea. An important achievement, self-discipline, and willpower, also public recognition. And opening to the Queen of Water, tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So this guides you to treat yourself and whatnot too, like to be nurturing of yourself and other people around you. This is taking the reins of your life also, which I just said a moment ago. Right? Taking your own life by the reins. You're in the driver's seat. You're in control. That's what this means too. The Chariot. Okay, wait. The Three of Air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. This might be connected to a few things. We did see the need for forgiveness in your spread with the Divine Masculine. We did just have drama as your overall energy or gossip. We did have potential pause, break, maybe even hurt, short-term heartbreak coming up, very temporary. So it could be connected to all of that. And again, that might be brought out by something having to do with the third energy, some sort of party of three. And or, since it's air, a suit of air, Mercury, again, Mercury himself could be causing this. It's a 3-week period that Mercury will be retrograde. Also opening to air sign Libra with Major Arcana card 8 and Justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Opposite the Chariot. this in part, I mean, all these cards could have more than one meaning. This in part could be connected to whatever that was, the business that I was feeling the masculine had and the authority that he may need to come in contact with. It might be like the DMV or something, to be honest. You know, a business situation, a legal situation, all of those are possible. The Chariot. And the Seven of Air, plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye and poor timing. This is a card of loss, usually by theft, right? It's thievery. It is, I call it the energy of joy stealing is what this card represents to me. Sometimes it's us stealing our own joy because it can be connected to low self-esteem and lack of confidence in ourselves and things like that, which it looks like the masculine may be dealing with. So this can be as it relates to him, and he's the one that's the Cancer moon or rising or something also, right? Seven of Air. But all's well that ends well, huh? The Six of Fire, victory. So I said the Chariot was also victory. This is victory too. So I see victory twice over. I think we're good. Good news, it's on its way. Public recognition or awards. So maybe he's been having something he's been working on. Maybe it's going on for a while. Some sort of business that he's trying to bring to a close. And, you know, he's concerned about it, but it turns out well. That's possible too. Six of Fire. And the Ten of Air. So it's the end of whatever the difficult situation was. Embrace the change. Expect things to get better. Somebody may even be recovering from an addiction. That doesn't mean substance abuse. It can, but it does not necessarily mean substance abuse. It's any sort of toxic situation, you know, circumstance. Could be something that involved betrayal, backstabbing, whatever it was, it's over. And in this case, person showing up actually victorious over whatever it was with the Six of Wands having shown up. And opening to the Page of Water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. We saw that a few times with the Gateway, right? Heightened psychic abilities also. There's the gifts I was talking about. Ten of Air. I'll do one more. It's the Queen of Earth. There's all that earth energy. I don't know what it's representative of, but here it is. Thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Could be connected to Venus. Could be connected to Mercury. Mercury, ruler of Virgo. Venus, ruler of Taurus. And or it could be connected to one of you, some earth energy. It may be an actual person that is surrounding you. The court cards, you know, often represent actual characters, so to speak. Or it could just be somebody, some sort of facilitator, somebody that will help you to, you know, like acquire something monetary or material. Could be like a loan officer even, or, you know, the creditor at the bank, whatever. Not necessarily anybody you know personally. And it's the Four of Water. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. This card too can be connected to pessimism and feelings of self-doubt, you know, lack of self-worth. Like, you know, good things never happen to me, so why do I even need to pay attention to what might be going on? I'm not missing an opportunity. It's not coming my way. Like that sort of thing. Overall energy is Major Arcana card number 18, the Moon. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. We've talked about that already. Crowning the masculine is Major Arcana card Balance. which is temperance in the traditional tarot. Remember those first two cards that I said, this one feels like temperance and this one feels like temperance, and now he's got actual temperance surrounding us. So this does represent the sign of Sagittarius, could be Jupiter again. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. Temperance is a very healing and restorative energy. It helps us with recovery, being made whole again, moving toward oneness, wholeness again. Especially where someone or something was trying to take from us, detract from us, which is what the Seven of Air is. Again, that energy of joy stealing, and something could be actually stolen. There could be an actual physical theft of something. Contrarily, this can also be connected to lack of esteem, lack of confidence. And in that case, we steal our own joy because we miss opportunities because we don't feel like we deserve it. We're up to it, and it passes us by. Because we don't get up and dance. We sit it out. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. I'm saying perfect timing. At the root, the 9 of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So where he may not be believing in himself, where he may be lacking confidence, the universe coming to say, hey, like, what are you doing? We made you stronger than that. And you can keep going. Crowning the feminine, the 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to the less fortunate. It's not just with money. It could be with yourself too. Like being overly restrictive of yourself because of fear, maybe. Like withholding yourself. I think it would be withholding. And you're surrounded by the Page of Air, who's logical, honest, impulsive, and curious, and a Gemini for me, although it can also be Aquarius or Libra, of course, or anyone likened to those traits or attributes, or Mercury himself or Venus herself. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, which we saw in the other spreads. Truth delivered without tact, like somebody just blurting something out and keeping it real with you, which I know an Aries actually can appreciate. So that's not a bad thing. And here in your subconscious, Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers with Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. This is like a heart versus head sort of decision that you may have to make. It's also about love and, you thinking about love and being in that kind of mood. Crowning. It is Major Arcana card, the Emperor, with Archangel Michael. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So his second time showing up here saying, like, get your life by the reins. The Emperor represents the planet Mars, which is your ruler as an Aries, as well as that of Scorpio. It could be representative of like an authority figure, again, a boss, a father. It could definitely be your own energy as 2 Aries here. And it's right here in the middle for you both. Just share it. At the roots, the 3 of Air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. Again, there's a need to forgive yourself and others. And at the heart of the matter, the 2 of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. So we're going to get some more clarity on what else is happening here using the romance angels, beginning with worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So even if there is a pause, like, don't panic. And opening to wedding, this situation involves marriage, which was like the collective theme this week in the love reading. Worth waiting for. All right, we've got 2. Heart-to-heart conversations was definitely could be connected to something like the Page of Air. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other, but also love yourself first. So just like we saw in like both spreads so far, I think there's a need for you guys to nurture yourselves and take care of yourselves too, and heal. Continue to work on your own personal healing as well. Like, prioritize yourself, your self-respect. And this is where I think he really comes in, that confidence boost he needs to give himself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Worth waiting for. And engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, which also came up for the collective, again, in the love reading this week. You know what's on that note? I'll go ahead and cut. Because I did also shuffle these prior, as you know. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if you keep your thoughts up, which we talked about already too. Let go of fear and surrender. Overall energy is past life relationship. You have known each other before. A top balance or temperance for the masculine, and this maybe Jupiter energy, this restorative energy, it's romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is a fire energy and one of passion, and he's guided to look deeper into that. Atop the 7 of air, and what the energy of joy stealing, what something might be trying to take from him, is wedding. This situation involves marriage. Like something trying to cause him to not to miss the opportunity. Atop the 9 of fire, where you're guided to keep going, keep pushing, is playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So maybe to be a little bit more Sagittarius-like rather than Aries, which is like father, right? Boss, overbearing. More childlike, more youthful, more whimsical, more mutable signish. Sagittarius. Atop the 4 of earth for you, very soon, clearly decide what you want, right? So there's no need for you to withhold. There's no need for you to overdo. Make up your mind somewhere in the middle of what it is you want so that it comes to you now, because that's what you're going to put into the universe. You're going to think, you're going to speak over yourself in a positive way. Atop the page of air, new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Again, there may be some delay though before you got, like you guys have already hit it off, and there may be like a temporary pause and then it picks up again. Okay. I'm just want to, it will pick up again if there's a pause. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Like stop and go. And I think that could be sort of what all that travel kind of energy was about too. Like, okay, we're moving. All right, we're stopped. We're moving, we're stopped. There might be a little bit of that ahead. Atop the lovers, worth waiting for. You want this kind of feeling? Divine timing is at work in your love life. It is coming, but again, there may be some delay, some pause. Atop the emperor, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This can be you even calling up. I mean, you can let 3D friends help you if you have something that you feel that way about. But this can be just calling on the universe for help too. Father, right? Asking father, mother for help. Atop the 3 of air and that potential pain, loss, something that's going on there. Chemistry. So it could be something internal, as individual, maybe not necessarily even having to do with the other, but like part of like chemical imbalance, so to speak, of where you need to work on yourself, where you're trying to be restored, where you're trying to get back to wholeness, where you're trying to let go of old pain. Doesn't deny the fact that there's a strong magnetic attraction here, but you each have some individual personal stuff to work on too. There could be the cause or reason for the pause that I keep feeling. Atop the heart of the matter, atop the 2 of water, which is what this is really about. Ooh, children. And it's 2. Your love life is being affected by children. It's like another 2 of cups. Because in the tarot, for me at least, the cups can tend to represent two children. So I see like another two of cups sitting here atop the two of cups when I see these two kids. It can be, your love life can be affected literally by children. If it is, I don't feel anything necessarily bad about it. I think it just means like maybe a blended family situation is what I'm seeing or feeling, like it could affect children in that way. The 2.5 kids and the dog. Well, actually, there's 2.5 dogs and 2 kids, but you know what I mean. Like forming that family. I also feel that the children are representative of new energy, new energy and fresh start. So it's metaphorical too, not necessarily just literal. And, I didn't even realize that when I was saying that it's sitting here next to the wedding. So there's the blended family thing that I was feeling likely. Wedding, children, new love. And here atop them, this Let Your Friends Help You card is a woman sitting here in like her wedding gown. Here's more children, like a flower girl, and those are the friends that are helping her with her wedding. That's what's happening there. So I feel very positive about that. I don't feel negative about anything, but the only thing, like I said, that's a little is there may be some sort of stop and go energy or some sort of pause that comes, and it may begin with some sort of conflict, maybe an argument or something. That is probably going to be brought on by Mercury retrograde. But the flame doesn't go out, right? It's eternal, it keeps burning, and representative of fire signs. So there, the two of you are there. We're back where we started with this listening and you paying attention for guidance from the universe. So you definitely can want to work on that, and may want to listen to some like meditative tones, binaural tones and things. That's what I enjoy. It helps me to get to a place of like Zen, peace, healing, and I can be even more still and more listening. He's got like another 2 of cups kind of card. So you have like 3, 2, and dating under this full moon. We do have a full moon in the near future. Mercury will still be in retrograde, but we do have one that may be particularly impactful upon you. It is the Gemini full moon, 0 degrees Gemini. How awesome is that? And you do have all this Gemini stuff showing up with the Page of Air here and the Lovers here, which represents the sign of Gemini. For you, young female, and she's a redhead. This card tends to represent Jupiter and Sagittarius energy for me, to be honest. I feel it could be you too, though. In this case, this could be your own energy as well. But when it's Jupiter and when it's Sagittarius, it's because of, good fortune that he's sending our way. So I would be on the lookout for continued abundance and blessings. Like maybe a new house, the master may be moving. We saw the Chariot. We saw indications of potential moving. That may be what this represents. It can be anything that makes you feel good, like peaceful, contentment. This can be representative of commitment, marriage even. That kind of bond, or that the feeling that a relationship gives you, where you feel that good. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, and the successful completion of a project. Six of Fire, 6 of Wands, also back for you. Victory, good news, it's on its way. That's what I was feeling with this. Sometimes I have trouble like describing what's in my head, but like I said good fortune coming, right? I think so. And from the romance card, oh, it's 2 more kids. Make the effort. Oh, 3 kids. And see the one down here. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So he does need to like give himself that boost, that pick me up, and then go for it, like full steam ahead towards something like this. If that's what he wants, that's what he's looking for, that kind of feeling. And oh, for you, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It's the same way I said the other card was temporary. If this comes up, it is temporary. And like I said, temporary can be minutes. You know, I just feel like there might be some sort of pause or delay to something. Not necessarily a whole separation, but a pause or delay to something. And that may have been like spurned, unfortunately, by some sort of conflict or argument between the 2 of you. So if that does happen, you know, hopefully that you'll be able to keep this in mind and know that it's just like a mechanism for an outcome that has to happen. But it's not the big picture. It's not the big picture at all. And more importantly, I hope that you have enjoyed your reading and you find it helpful. Talk to you soon. Namaste, Angel.